Small, intimate group. Cool. I love it. Now, let's just do Q&A, guys. Like, I do my best to share with you guys what I know in the field, right, in terms of sales. I know you guys are fairly new, pushing for leadership, right? Working toward getting that 4 a week. Okay, cool. Have you guys had any success stories for me? How was the last week? What was the highlight of the week that went well in terms of sales?
I guess I can go first, but the thing is, it's not a success story. It's kind of keeping my mind in the pocket story, because I've been rolling zeros, but the thing is, I see the potential in myself, not only in myself, but many of my peers. They tell me, hey, Nathan, you have the people skills, stick it through. So it's a lot of mental games with me, honestly. And waking up every morning with the drive to go to the field and actually kill it and roll a zero is kind of tough. But every day it lights a fire under my belly to wake up the next day and do best and better myself.
Okay, got you, cool. Who had got a sell last week?
Say what? I'm so sorry.
Who got a sell last week?
I did.
Okay, cool. What worked for you with that one sell?
Honestly, just interacting with him. Honestly, it was just like a great interaction. Like, I got a lot of information about him, and he was super cool because he's been working with cars since he was 3, and his father was helping them, you know. I was just, since you were 3, I thought that's cool, you know. And everything, obviously, just the communication. It was just a great flow. Everything he had was there, and everything that I was asking was just perfect. So it was just a great vibe, honestly.
Awesome. So in the leaders call today, I went over Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. In that book, the last chapter talks about how to give feedback to people. The first thing that he encouraged people to do before giving any kind of feedback is making sure that that person that you're giving feedback to feel appreciated by you and pretty much know that you like them as a person and that you got their back or you sincerely care about them, right? Now, the reason why I brought that up is because in sales, I think the first thing that you have to get is the permission from the customer that you're able to sell them, you know, and that comes with appreciation, Nathan. So going back to that, I think you're a very intelligent person. I've heard you on the call chime in and even contribute to the calls and things. So I know you're very intelligent. I know you're very driven, right? And that is something that's really amazing about you. You want to keep that up because with that, you'll break through anything. Now, at the same time, that type of personality and drive sometimes doesn't serve in the field, because if you have that personality and you're going at it with a customer, it may seem a little forced, right? Personality is very strong. Like for me, for example, when I was in the field, I have to consciously remind myself to smile, right? Because if I don't smile, here's how I look.
Right.
That's my thinking face, right? But it just looked like I'm mad dogging customers. I have a friend named Jacob. He's like, man, I hate seeing you in the morning because you're like, you want to kill somebody. I was like, dude, I'm just need to get a minute to get into my mojo, you know? And so somebody that's very driven and very determined tend to have like a very serious face, Nathan, right? I can relate with you. So you gotta be conscious and say, smile, like lighten up.
Right.
Lighten up, you know? So I would, even recommend adapting a laugh. You know, I have like this laugh and giggle that I kind of developed in the field, and just now it's just a part of my demeanor. I just laugh at almost everything, because I think it makes the conversation lighter, So going back to what customers, Sergio, what's your experience so far? How long, how far have you gotten into sales? Have you got a sale yet? Are you working on one?
Well, last week I made a sale. I was able to help someone out with the second DirecTV account.
Okay, awesome.
They had Spectrum and they had DirecTV as well, and they were just paying too much, so I hooked them up with the second account and Wi-Fi.
Awesome. Now, how were you able to do that? What worked for you?
What worked for me was just building rapport with the customer. This is actually a customer I was talking to last week as well, and she, we were at a nail salon and we were just talking and building conversation, but she wasn't sure she wanted to do it at the time because it was under her husband's name, and she gave me a call back and I was able to help her out last week.
Right, that's awesome. Do you think that the customer feel appreciated by you? Do they feel that you have their best interest in mind?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I think the key thing about sales is making sure that we're able to do that first. So let's dive into that. What is appreciation to you guys? How do you make someone feel appreciated at the business? Let's talk about that concept there. What are a few things we can do to make the customer feel appreciated or feel important?
Listening to their hotspots.
Yes, listening. Write this down, guys. That's powerful. Listen. Like David Stan, he's the most quietest person, but when you talk, he's just like, you don't say anything, you just see his little eye beat, like blink and stuff. But then like, you ask David, do you hear what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, here's what you said. Like, it's like, he was listening to every single word. He was just evaluating and analyzing and absorbing everything, right? People yearn someone that can listen to them, right? It makes them feel important. What else?
I want to say giving the customer the sense that you're helping them out on their hotspots rather than, because I remember when I first initially started, I would make it seem like, oh, damn, that's a lot. And I was actually hurting the customer instead of building the rapport.
Right. Yeah.
It shot me in the foot.
That's great. Not great that you learned it, right? Because some people never learned it and they keep on making a mistake. So you point out a really good one. Yeah, sometimes let's say a customer had Spectrum, right? And they're paying like $100 over what they should be. We know this because we're the expert, right? We know what customers should be paying, right? And why is it that when we say, dang, now you pay a lot, right? Even though it's like another company, why would that make the other person feel, the business owner feel not good? What about that action they cause them to feel bad about themselves?
I guess I'll go ahead.
Because honestly, they feel like they didn't have the best deal from that company, and they're paying a little bit way too much of it, and then when you present your deal, it just seems way better and way more interesting about it. So I feel like they're just like not having the best deal with the other company as a Spectrum.
Right. Okay. So, do you think business owner pride is high or low?
Pride?
Pride. Yeah. When somebody's a business owner, you think their ego is high and their pride's high or low?
High.
High. That's why they're a business owner. They're like, I want to be the boss, right? I want to make the decision. I want to freaking be the person that knows everything, right? Now we go in there and we're like, chop ego. You suck. You made the wrong decision, right? And I hope you're not saying this in front of like somebody that's working with them or the business partner, right? It's like, can you imagine? You say like, dang, you pay $100 more than you should. And then the business partner right there like, the frick, I gave you that responsibility and you freaking squandered the company money, right? So even if you're right, if the other person feels like their pride or their face is being jeopardized in that conversation, they will fight you to the death. Because what they're fighting is not Spectrum. Now they're fighting their own pride and their own decision. Does that make sense? So in the book, Dale Carnegie talks about, let people save face. Let people save face. So I would do a similar thing. Obviously, we got to show them that they're paying too much. But how do we do that without making them feel like crap, right? How do we do that without creating an enemy on the other side? All right. So, anybody want to try? If not, I can go. But who would like to try? Who's a brave soul that want to try? You might as well try with me. Then go out there and lose a sale.
would you say that?
It's okay. It's okay. I'll do it. Just because it is throwing you guys in the blind, because you guys may not have seen it. Okay, because I know a lot of even the anyway, no names. Okay. So going back to saving face, right? So I caught myself. Okay. All right. So it goes something like this. Oh wow, you're paying. Okay, so let's say a customer is paying $100 for 100 meg. Let's say, right? We know that the price should be more like $40, right? So we know this, but so I got a bill and I'm like, wow, the customer's paying $100 inside. I know that we could have saved them $60. So how do I do it? So I was like, Mr. Customer, let me see your bill. Look at the bill. It's like, okay. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, for someone that is paying 100 meg, I've seen a higher bills than this. So I'm pretty sure you actually, from time to time, call to make sure you get the best deal, right? So he's like, yeah, you know, but you know, I've been busy the past few weeks or whatever, or the pandemic. I was like, yeah, I totally understand, right? Now, this deal's pretty good, right? But let me show you what I can do. All right. Now, this deal was good, you know, 3-4 years ago when you signed up. 100 meg for $100. That was good at the time. But now with the new promotion, with the pandemic, AT&T really want to serve customers, business owners especially, right? Because you guys are the foundations of our economy. So what we're gonna do is, for the same 100 meg that you have with Spectrum, we can offer to you for $70. Okay, now why did I say 70?
Are you saying phone too?
No. So I know that we can give to them for 40, but why did I say 70?
70. The $10 discount?
So we know that we can get the internet for 40. What is it?
Yeah, 40. But you say it's not the phone, right?
It's not the phone.
The cable?
The cable, exactly. I'm adding the DirecTV in there already. So we know that the internet is only 40, but because we want to add the DirecTV, I'm putting the DirecTV price in there, right? To make it 70. So I'm going in there like, oh, Mr. Customer, I can do it for 70. Right? They're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. It's $30 less. You guys follow me so far?
Yeah, but isn't it 65, not 70?
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know the promotions anymore, right? I'm looking at it. Well, it depends on what you sell, because if you sell the 2 years, isn't it 30?
No, it's still 25.
No, 2 years. A 2-year price guarantee.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Right, because I always like to sell the 2 years because it's a 2-year contract.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm pitching them the $30, right? So yeah, so for you it's only 70. It's saving you $30 a month in the course of a year, right? That's over $300 in savings, right? The best part of all, I'll tell you what. Let me show you. Look, this actually comes with the DirecTV, and then I go into the TV, right? It's a wrap from there. Right now, would the person feel offended if I'm doing it this way?
No, because you identified that in the past they would call to get the best promotion. So you kind of like ensure that they know what they're doing instead of what they don't know what they're doing.
Right, and on top of that, I even praise them. I was like, you know, I praised them. 1, 2, it was a good promotion about 2 years ago. That was a great price for 100 meg. It was $100. Right, so I don't want to BS the customer. I'm just stating the facts. Like, the customer thinks he's a good deal because he did this about 2-3 years ago, not knowing that there's a new promotion that's even better. So I'm having them save face now. I'm not calling them an idiot. I'm just saying you did the best you can when you did the service. You just got busy. So here's what I got for you now, right? So it still achieve us showing them a savings and showing them our value without hurting their reputations or their face. Especially if you're doing it in front of other people, they will fight you to the death, man. And you will not win an argument, okay? Does that make sense? I hope a little bit?
Yes.
All right, so let's practice, right? This is monumental, guys, because if you guys appreciate the customer more and make them feel more important, they will automatically listen to you and value what you're saying, right? So we got to do that first, and then when we do the presentation, they'll listen to us. Does that make sense? But if you go in there and start fighting them, right? Hey, I got the better deal. Hey, you suck. I'm the smart guy here. You're the dummy, right? It's like they're gonna battle you, man. And then after like halfway through the day, you're gonna be drained. You're like, why is this job suck? You just spend half of the day fighting people, arguing with people, proving to them that you're better somehow, right? It's not about that. It's about, making them feel important and showing them a different way, right? And trying to protect their ego as much as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's try it. Let's do role play now. Now that you know how it works, right? I want you to not offend the customer, but still prove our point. Okay, so let's say Sergio, let's say you look at a bill, right? Internet bill is $100. Okay, it's $100, what they're paying now. They have AT&T. It's not even Spectrum, this is AT&T, right? Our customers, but their price went up to all the way to $100. Okay, so how would you do this? How would you handle this?
Should I just go on role playing or explain it?
Just go role play.
Okay. All right, Mr. Customer, I see you're paying $100 for your services.
Yes.
I'm just gonna assume it's just internet, or is there something?
Just internet.
Okay, so just internet. All right, Mr. Customer, I see in your bill you're paying $100 for your monthly bill. Is that correct?
Right. That's what it says. Whatever it says there.
Okay. Yeah.
So auto pay, so I don't really know.
Okay, no problem. Well, I see many people with actually higher bills than this, so you're actually doing pretty good. But let me show you what I could do for you. I could actually help you potentially lower your bill, and you could pay a better price than this.
Okay, so what is it?
Okay, so we have our services for AT&T. I could provide you the same services for $65, and it's internet and cable included as well.
Okay, cool. So let's pause. What did Sergio do well?
He praised you.
You praised me, right? Right. I feel good about that. Thank you, Sergio. Make me feel like I know what I'm talking about as a business owner, right? I appreciate you for that. But how about what else, Nathan? What did Sergio do well?
He identified that it's a good promotion at the time and that he has a current promotion.
Right, exactly. So it was good as what they know now, right? This is something new that just came out. Okay, great. So what area do you think Sergio can do better at? By the way, Sergio, with that main thing right there, you have enough to go off of. A customer will listen to you now because you protected their ego. You showed them that they're intelligent. All you're saying, here's something else I can do for you. That's new. It just came on the table, right? You know nothing about it. Nobody does, right? So don't feel bad if you don't have this deal, because this deal is hot through me right now, right? And it makes you feel, not just makes you like the most valuable thing in the market, right? Cool. Go ahead, Rashid.
Nothing. Honestly, you just said what I was about to say, so that's beautiful.
Oh, okay. Awesome. What I would encourage you to do, Sergio, is toward the end. I believe you said you went straight to $65 and it comes with TV, right? I feel like it's too soon. What I want to do first, when I throw a price that has the right TV in there, is I want to make the customer love the price first. I want to get a confirmation that price is good in their mind. I want to get the first yes, right? Why is that important, you think? Why is it important for them to love that $65 price?
So you don't get like what do you call it when a customer doesn't want, for example, if a customer says, oh, I don't want cable.
Right, exactly. If he doesn't want cable, now he's gonna try to get a lower price. I need him to love that price, because if he thinks that he can get lower without the TV, then there's another fight toward the end, right? So I have to make him commit to loving that price, right? So then you're paying $100. Now this deal, now it's not your fault. That was a great deal last year, but with this pandemic, man, this is like the craziest deal I've ever had, right? With TV it's $65. It's gonna save you $35 a month. I'm sorry, I'm so much math. What is 35 times 12? It's 35 times 12. Sometimes I do this to customers. Must help me out. You seem very smart. 35 times 12, how much is that? 420. Wow, Mr. Customer, you're gonna save $420 in the course of a year. Guys, this, when you're trying to like show a savings, slow the heck down. You need to let it marinate. You know what I'm saying? If you have to like freaking pull out a calculator and do math in front of customers and have them do it, okay? Right? If you can get the customer to show and write down 35 times 12, Mr. Customer, can you help me how much that is? Because I'm a little slow, I don't have a calculator. How much is that? You getting them to do the work, what does that do? If they're actually punching in the calculator, how much they're saving?
It not only inflates their ego, but then it shows them like physically how much they're saving. So it gives them more of a drive to close the deal.
Smart man. Right now you have already got them to close themselves, because if they punch it in and they see the saving themselves, it's no longer your word. That's what they found out themselves. Does that make sense? So the more you get your customer to empower them to really close themselves by showing them the savings, getting to participate and showing like the bigger picture of how much this discount is, it's a wrap, right? So now after you say, Mr. Customer, you're gonna save $420. How's that sound? They're like, oh, it's good. Yeah, like, you know, it's good. Yeah, okay, awesome, right? You want to hear the best part? You want to hear the best part, Sergio?
Yes, let's hear it.
Best part comes with TB2. Let me show you. Right, so now the TV is not an objection anymore. They already love the price, they know the savings, and you're throwing some extra stuff? Man, you're like the gift that keep on giving. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's get some takeaway. What do you guys took away from this exercise?
I would say, honestly, praising them. Like at first, like when I was doing the sales and stuff, I honestly wasn't really. I was praising them, but not really as the way you put it. It sounds way more better the way you put it. And honestly, just interacting with them more, just about the numbers and stuff like that, because obviously they want to save, and you could just show them how much they're saving for the 12 months for the first year. So it's just beautiful, you know? So
if you guys get your customer to write down the saving in the course of a year, you will get a sale, right? Because who the heck, after putting $420, walk away from that? You know what I'm saying? If you're a business owner and you're the one that's coming up with the savings, you're gonna push through that. You're gonna make sure it's gonna get it done. Does that make sense? So little things like this is what's causing us not to close, right? One is we must appreciate and show sincerity when we do it in the very beginning. Second, get the customer to be involved as you're closing them, right? Have them write out the price, have them do the calculation. You know, I have customers do all kind of stuff, right? Sometimes it's just like fun. I want to see if I can get this customer to check his speed, right? Like they have Spectrum, they're bragging about like 300 meg or whatever, right? I was like, oh yeah, check the speed, right? Check the speed, tell me what it is, right?
mm-hmm.
And then they'll be like 30 meg. Right now I have 1,000 meg at my house because I couldn't get AT&T, 1,000 meg here. And I'm running on 35 right now. Right? So, because they're on that shared network, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when a lot of people use it slows down, direct AT&T gives you that dedicated line. So the speed is very consistent. Okay, cool. All right, so one thing that I want to encourage you guys to do as well, it goes along line with appreciation. But guys, there's such a abundance of knowledge and people out there in the field. When I was going to the field, one of the things I love doing is asking successful business owners what worked for them. You know, how were they able to endure the pandemic? How come their people love them so much? If I see business owners that have a great relationship with his wife or kids, because sometimes they work together, right? I'm asking like, hey, how do you do that? How do you get your kids to really respect you and adore you so much? Right now, I'm not saying this to anybody that you see. I'm talking about like real successful people. I don't want you guys to go there and just, you know, flatter people that's not sincere. I'm talking about, You know, the thing about a business owners, like imagine if you work your butt off and you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to start up a business and you invested 10 to 12 hours a day to build your business. Wouldn't you want somebody to recognize you for that? Right? So what I was taught by my training to talk about sports and weather and all this stuff. And if you guys know me, I don't know sports, right? I don't know what team is what. I tried to fake the puck one time, and then I was talking about like I'm a Patriot fan and all that, and like, oh, did you watch the Super Bowl? I was like, I'm like, I don't know who's playing the Super Bowl and stuff, so I look like a freaking fake, you know what I mean? So I stopped doing stuff I don't know anything about. Instead, I'm very curious about what make a business owner successful. I'm curious about how does someone balance out relationship while running a business. I am curious about how do you build a successful culture in a company. So I ask about that. So when I see a business owners that are thriving in these areas, I just simply take interest in them. You know, and at the same time, I'm learning and I'm growing. I'm absorbing all these like gems that I'm getting in the field. That's all you guys have to do when it comes to business owner, guys. Just ask what's working for them. Why do you start this business? You know, I see here that your employee love you. I mean, how long have you been working with them? Right? So if you do that, you will definitely get customers to listen to you. Why? Why do you think that works?
Well, that's the question?
Yeah, that's the question.
I say because like you're building character, and honestly, you're interested in their business even more than like selling them the internet and cable, honestly, and just saving them money and getting information from a person that I guess higher up or something like that, you know?
Right, exactly. Oh, I got a warning. Do that except for this type of people. Do not ask network marketing people about their business because they would spend 2 hours trying to pitch you on Prime America or Amway or something. Like, don't do that. I forgot to tell you guys that I've got stuck in the presentation for like 2 hours sometimes when I ask too much of those people about things like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, network marketing? No? Okay.
Somewhat.
Good. Well, you probably run across it today, right? Because it's like law of attraction. These are the guys that make money by recruiting people. And normally they do insurance or life insurance or, you know, you gotta buy Amways when you gotta buy products and stuff. So they're gonna try to recruit you and things, which is fine if you guys want to hear it. But if you have an hour or two to spare, right? Cool. So what question you guys have for me? That's really all I have in terms of the lesson of showing customer appreciation and how to show value when you're closing customers. What other things would you guys like me to clarify?
Quite honestly, I don't have a question. It's just that I want to go back to how you closed, because this is new to me.
Oh.
You identified the not the information, just the way you did it. You identified the DirecTV in a whole new light. I never thought of doing it like that, because you made sure that they were good with the price. So once you'd be like, oh wait, I'm still gonna do this, and throw in that DirecTV, they're gonna be like, oh hell yeah, let's do it.
Right.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, so the DirecTV we know is like icing on the cake. They have to look at it that way. If they see DirecTV as a burden, they would try to reject it. It's like, oh, I knew it, you cork biter. You know, I knew it was a catch to this crap, right? And then all of a sudden you're fighting now about this DirecTV thing, which essentially is saving them money. So I'm like, what the frick is the problem, right? The problem is we didn't do a good enough job introducing DirecTV of what it really is, right? So let's go back. So the first thing is get the bill. If not the bill, get the customer to commit to whatever they're paying, right? Sometimes you don't have the bill, right? It's always good to have the bill, but sometimes you don't need it. If the customer knows exactly what they're paying, you don't really need it. But they have to know exactly though. You can't be dealing with a business owner that's like, well, I think it's 100, maybe it's 150. I mean, that's a big freaking difference, right? Like, That's like a whole extra pack right there. I mean, what is it? It's 100 or 150. I don't know what to sell you now. So make sure the customer knows exactly what the heck they're paying. That's why I like the deal. So sometimes I deal with an accountant, I trust them because they're like, it's $9.99. Last month it was like $102. I didn't appreciate the increase. I'm like, okay, that person know what they're talking about. Because they're cheaper about $3, right? Okay, so first we need to know the price. Then we show the savings without offending them, right? We show the saving and have them save face, right? Remember we talked about that, Sergio? Right? We gotta have them save face. Because that was their decision that they made. You know, it's not like they're fighting that company. They don't care less about the company they picked, but they picked it. It's their choice. So when it's their choice, they're gonna protect that choice. Unless you explain to them that their choice was good, it's just that there's another choice that came up recently that they may not be aware of. Now they're listening. Does that make sense? They won't try to fight you anymore. Okay? So protect their ego, have them save face, especially in front of everybody. Right? This is the boss here you're talking about. They have to look good in front of their people, their partners. People don't like making bad decisions, especially being called out on it. But what do you think is going to happen when you call out a business owner that they make a wrong decision, right? Right? You're going to get like 99% of the time a freaking fight, right? Okay, cool. So I just and then after you address the fact that there's a better promotions and they make good decisions, but there's just a better promotion that just came out. The next thing you do is get them to commit to the price, the savings. Get them to commit to the price with direct TV first. Whatever it is, right? So for you, it's only this much. This is what I can do for you. They're like, okay, it's pretty good, Mr. Customer. And then get them to be involved. How much is that? Now, I say Mr. Customer, don't say Mr. Customer. Try to get their name, right? And start saying their name. Right? I say Mr. Customer for this exercise, but if I know the person is John, I was like, John, you're paying 100, now it's only 65. I mean, how much is that a month in discount? I'm not sure, I'm not good at math. You know, not all Asians good at math. That's like my joke, right? It's like, and they're like, ha ha, right? I was like, it's like my joke I say every time, right? So, right? Or you can say, I'm not Asian, right? So I don't know my numbers, whatever, you know, just make a joke out of it, like get them to laugh, right? All right, so how much is that? You're 100, the new promotion now is 65. What is that in savings?
That's $35 and then
$35. Okay, that's awesome. So this is a whole year discount. So
$420 yearly.
So times that by 12, how much is that?
$420.
$420, right? So look, I'm having them do it with me, right? This is the part that you're missing. Get them to do it. Get them to see the savings. Because if they do it, now it's their decision, no longer yours, and they will embrace that 100%.
It just seems like you're helping them with their homework, and they're just helping you with it.
Yeah, you're helping them to the answer, but they have to get the answer. See, the thing about salespeople, sometimes they always telling people the answer, telling people all this crap. People fight it when it's like the order like that. But if they're doing it, that's theirs. Especially business owners, it's done. Right? If you get any business owner to write down 35 times 12, 420, it's a wrap. Right? So after that, after they see the savings and all that, and then I hit them with, you know what the best part is? With a smile like that, you know what the best part is? Oh man, you're gonna love me, you're gonna love me. The cool thing is with this pandemic, AT&T, we just merged with DirecTV, but actually, with this price, actually includes a TV. Comes with about 100 channels. So now you can entertain your customer, watch the news and all that, know what's going on with COVID. Cool?
Beautiful.
Right, so let's say, give me an objection now. Give me an objection. I don't want a TV. And well, I really need a TV. Let's say the guy just like totally missed it. I don't want the TV.
Oh, I don't like the TV. Actually, we don't need it at the business. There's no use for it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Most people feel the same way, right? Why won't you want to use it at the business?
Oh, honestly, we just don't have any use for it. We don't have any space. We don't have a TV just to get started with. So why have it?
Gotcha. I totally understand. Most of my customers, they say the same thing. This offer, it just, okay, give me a minute, see. I haven't sold in a while. All right. Okay, who want to try that one? Who want to try that one first? You guys get this all the time, right? This is like
I know, all the time. I know
right?
you were gonna use the feel, felt, found, so I try to implement that myself.
Yeah, I was gonna use it, but I feel like so cliche. That's why I stopped myself. I wanted to be authentic here, right? I want to be authentic because sometimes when you learn a strategy and you keep saying over and over again, it loses its effectiveness because it sounds like you're a freaking robot, right? So I was going robot mode, so I had to stop myself and say, wait, I'm dealing with a freaking different person here, a human being here, right? So let's try to pitch the man. So I'm just gonna have a conversation with you, Nathan. Okay, I'm still be mindful of the feel, felt, found, but let's go. So Nathan, you say you don't need the TV?
Yeah, honestly, we're just at the business here. We have it's a bakery, so we just bake the bread and then put it on the shelves. That's our entertainment.
Gotcha. That's entertainment, right? You guys are busy. Okay. Would having a TV hurt you or help you?
Honestly, it wouldn't hurt at all. It's just that we don't have the clientele here for much time, so they're just in and out. But it wouldn't hurt at all. Gotcha.
I talked to most bakery, they feel the same way. It's like the customers don't sit around in a way, right? So what's the point of having the TV? Most of them actually, they find that it's actually useful in the back, right? So at their baking or maybe during the break for the employees, they can actually have that in the back for entertainment for the employees, right? You might need it for the customers. And most people enjoy the news, right? Just to see what's going on. The cool thing is it comes with it. Without the TV, we wouldn't be able to get the new discounts for you. So most people just do it for the savings. Does that make sense, Nathan?
Yeah, that makes complete sense. And honestly, I think my employees wouldn't mind the TV back there with the news running out.
Right, exactly. And if they take too long with the break, you can also disarm it, right? You can set a password. you don't want them back there over here watching news all day, right? We got a business to run, right? So if I get the customer to laugh like this, it's done. Does that make sense?
Right.
I use the felt, found, but in a conversation that just...
Yeah, I noticed that you didn't do it like a machine gun. I felt the customers and they found this. You kind of held back on that. I haven't seen anyone do that.
Yeah, you don't have to use feel, felt, found in every sentence. The point is to use it, right? Feel the customer. So I gotta feel Nathan. Why is it they have a problem with the TV? He says, well, I don't need it because the customer just take the breaker and leave. So he's right. I can totally relate to that. But there might be the back for the employees that might be useful. I'm pretty sure he will enjoy some news when he's off. Does that make sense? So I feel him. I understand. Feeling is another word for understanding. Understand the situation, right? To understand the situation. He's correct. The front. And personally, if you install in the front, it becomes public viewing anyway. So that's my opportunity to take it in the back, right? Because I don't want to sell in public, right? And have to tell them that it's $15 more. Does that make sense? So I'm actually trying to get them to do it in the back anyway. So it's like perfect. I'm like, oh yes. Does that make sense? You guys catching on? Because
yes.
If we install a bakery in the front, that's public. That's not good. That's $15 more that we have to tell the customer. So I want to put it in the back anyway. So now I'm using that reason, which is a good reason, to put it in the back. And why not? It doesn't cost any more. Does that make sense? So then I relate to them. Most people do this, and I go back into the cell, right? Even make a joke out of it. If the employee takes too long, whatever, you can disarm it, put a password on it. Right? Make sense?
Is that actually true, the password thing?
I know it's true. I don't have the commercial. I just on the one at the office. But I think every receiver you can set a password. It's a parental control.
Oh.
I know at home I have parental control that sets the whole TV all four. I'm pretty sure with business for that one box they can set each box a parental control.
Right. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Cool. So yes, any other thing I can help you guys with?
Honestly, wait. Okay, so about the mobility, right? That when you say mobility, you're talking about the phone, right? Or is it the direct TV?
Mobility, we talk about cell phones,
Yeah.
cell phone plans.
Well, honestly, I still need work with the cell phone, like, cause I seen customers like they asked about it. Like I seen people who are still carrying the iPhone 8 something ish, you know. And I asked them, I was like, "Hey, how much you're paying and stuff like that?" They're like, "Oh, I'm paying way too much and stuff like that." But honestly, I know we can't do nothing really about that, or can we? I'm still like kind of stuck on that.
Yeah, to be honest, Ivan knows best. You can direct message him directly. I don't know the actual plan. I think, for me, I feel like mastery of one particular thing that makes you the most amount of money is key, and then you can build on the other side stuff. Because the fact is, mobility is a beast in itself. There's a lot of information to learn, right? Right now, if you just master direct TV, phone, and internet, I think start with that, and then when you have a customer that's interested in mobility, just the rest message Ivan directly, right? And then go from there. What I want to get into right now, we have about 5 minutes left. I think for the field, I think this topic is very important. I want to talk about maintaining and having a great attitude in the field, right? I know the hardest thing in the field is maintain that good attitude when a customer pisses you off, right? For me, the customer that pisses me off is two types of customers. One is the one that wastes my time, right? And then like do this dance thing, right? Hour later, like I'm like, dude, why just tell me it's not for you instead of wasting an hour, right? And especially if not the DM, right? Because I'm so good at trying to make sure that the DM before I continue conversation, but they'll be like, yeah, I'm the boss, I make the decision. And then before you know, it's like the wife is really the one with the bill, right? That's why I also make sure, do you have the bill? Because if you don't have the bill, you probably are not the person that can make the decision, right? Okay, and then second is the one that is so the one that is not the decision maker and the one that wastes time. Yeah, those are the two. Those are the two out of my pet peeve. So for me, if I have customer waste my time, I lose my attitude. How do you guys get your attitude back when you just something upset you or something that just throw you off the element? How do you get it back?
Me personally, I always tell myself that they're just having a bad day. They're tired. They're stressed out. Their business is going too fast. Or I just tell myself.
Pause. I thought it was such great gems, Rashid. I want to pause this so I can highlight it. I learned this from Stefan as well. Is what he did there was he detached the situation from yourself, right? Because a lot of times we only feel down and out if we personalize it, if we like internalize it, like as if that person hate us or whatever, right? Normally you only feel bad if you internalize the situation, but what he did was he detached it. But well, it's not me, it must be something else, you know, right? Very important. I'm sorry, keep going.
And then honestly, I like myself feedback. Like honestly, I went in there and had a positive attitude. He didn't accept it. It's okay, you know. Like off of their bad day. So obviously, I just keep myself motivated. Like honestly, there's just one door. Maybe the next one get me a sale. Honestly,
I like
just
that.
Give myself.
Right? So you detached the negative stuff. It's not me. It's them. The truth is, they don't know you enough to hate you or dislike you. You guys agree with that? It's like they. Normally, if they're mean to you or whatever, it's something else. Maybe their wife left them, caught the wife cheating, or husband like cheating on her, right? Or they lost a whole bunch of money in a bad investment or something, right? And then you walk in there, trying to sell them on the internet. They're like outraged, right? So they don't know you enough or the situation enough to be hating on you like that. So what I've learned is that, you know, that whole saying, hurt people, right? It's totally true. They're hurt, so they're lashing out, right? So let's just be the bigger man, walk away. That's not me. That's whatever is going on with them. No big deal, right? Let's go to the next door. Okay, so once you make that decision, go to the next door. How do you? Let's say this person just man, hour and a half, right? It's like it went from an extra pack to a select to no sale. Okay, you just can't get it out. Just like
Yeah.
this point, right? And then the next door is only like a yard away. You're still filling it right now.
Yeah.
What should you do? How can you get back in the state?
I'll probably just like give myself like a minute to like recalibrate what just happened, because obviously like, dude, I just spent hours talking to this man about TVs and he didn't even go with it, you know? But I just recalibrate, tell myself like, dude, honestly, I don't know what happened in there, but honestly, just keep this positive attitude, have a great smile, and you're super close. I told myself I was super close to it, but oh my gosh. And then just walk to the next door.
That's
So
it right there.
just take a break.
That's it right there. I see that smile. See, if you're like, okay, so you see that smile when Rashid is talking, he's like, oh, it's all good, right? That's good. That's when you know you're ready to go to the next door. But if you're like, got rejected that door, or something don't work out, right? What I recommend you do, if you still feel like this heaviness, go to the car or like go to a restroom somewhere and see if you can get what Rashid has, that smile of like, it's all good, right? Because if you try to go to the restroom, you look at yourself and then you try to do all this positive stuff, but then you're like, it's all good. It's all good. That's not gonna work. You're gonna go kill another customer, right? You wanna make sure you get into that zone right there that Rashid has with that smile, right? And you're like, you know, it's all good. I'm not gonna let them stop me. It's all good. That's probably them, right? When you get to this, then you go. Don't go and squander doors with your shit face, right? Like,
And I think the customer could like feel like you're forcing it, because at this point you're just forcing a sale, and so you're not coming and let it flow out with your words.
Not as genuine.
it's not genuine, right? You ever heard the saying that sales is just a transfer of energy,
Yes.
right? So if you have like this heaviness and this frustration, right, and it's in you, what do you think you're gonna do with the next door?
Frustrated.
All this frustrations, all this like intensity, right? And this customer may want to buy, but you scare the crap out of him. Because you get so aggressive, right? Has that happened where you're like, oh, this customer, I don't get it. What happened? I thought I got him. Has that happened where it just, yeah, because you were shit-faced, right? You were
Yeah.
a punk. You couldn't even close somebody that wanted. Right? Because honestly, if you have a great attitude, right, and you work a full day, you'll run across someone that wanted. But if you're shit-faced, while that person wanted, that's what happens, right? So maintain a great attitude. I recommend the triad. The triad is change your focus. Focus is one of the angles of the triad. It's a triangle. Change your focus. So when Rashid says focus on the next door, that's changing focus. So he's not looking at the past, he's looking at the potential sell. So change your focus. You can direct it toward a goal. You can direct it toward whatever that's positive, right? The next one is language. What are you saying to yourself? If you're still like, damn, I can't believe you dummy, I can't believe you lost that sale. What's wrong with you? If you're like saying this stuff to yourself, right? Now, you gotta uplift yourself and start saying the right language. I got it. There's a next door. You know, it's no big deal. Somebody's gonna love this service, right? What are you saying to yourself, right? And then last, the third triangle is the physique. What's your body language, right? If you're like still frustrated, you're walking around like this to the next door, or fist clutching like, I'm gonna get you, right? So what is your body language? What is the body language that give you absolute power to feel? Like you should know your body language. Like when I'm like feeling it, my body language is different than when I'm not. Right? So what is your body language, right? So get into your right form so that we can give you the right energy. Does that make sense, guys? So focus on those three things if you want to shift your state of mind. The focus, the language, what you say, and then your body language, right? There's even this exercise that Andy used to run about standing like Superman or Wonder Woman, right? For about 30 seconds to a minute. Like no joke, this is what I do when I have a nagged out day, like 4 o'clock, I haven't got to sell. I go to the restroom, I'm just standing here like this, trying to smile at the mirror. And I'll tell you my secret. You want to know the juice? This is the secret right here. I'm just standing like this, like, I am the man. Somebody want this. Right? I'm Superman. Right? Whatever you gotta say to get yourself back in state for like a minute until you get that nice, genuine smile on your face, and then you go.
That's beautiful. I'm gonna try it.
Like back in the day, you ever seen the old Superman where you go to the phone booth? Every restroom in the field is my phone booth. I'm like, okay, let's Superman up. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think we passed our meeting, but let's go back to our room so we can recognize some high rollers from last week. Okay. Thanks for being in this meeting, guys. Appreciate you.